Hello and welcome back to the People Podcast. I am Nasir Muhammad, founder of Ethos of HR. And before we get started, yes, this is still an audio podcast and not a video one. Mainly because the conversation about AI replacing HR is stressful enough without everyone also analyzing my facial expressions at the same time. Also, let's be honest, the UK weather has suddenly decided to become Dubai for 3 days. Everyone is overheating. Offices are pretending the fans work properly. And the social media world has become full of people posting pictures, working outside with laptops they definitely cannot see because of the sun. So if I sound slightly melted during this episode, that is probably why. Now, this week, I wanted to talk about something that is becoming one of the biggest discussions in the workplace right now. AI replacing HR. Every week, there seems to be another article, another platform, or another system claiming that HR can now be fully automated. AI-powered HR. AI employee support. AI performance management, AI investigations, AI recruitment, AI coaching. And now even tools like Claude introducing HR-focused skills and capabilities. And honestly, AI is absolutely changing HR. There is no denying that. But there is also a dangerous misconception growing in organizations that AI can completely replace the human side of HR. And that is what I want to unpack today. Because while AI can support HR massively, HR is still ultimately about people. And people are rarely simple. So, why are organizations turning to AI? And let's start by being realistic. Businesses are under pressure. The costs are increasing. Teams are stretched. Managers want quicker answers. Employees expect faster support. So naturally, organizations are looking at AI as a solution. And to be fair, AI does some things extremely well. It can draft policies. It can summarize meetings. It can create letters. It can analyze trends. It definitely supports onboarding. It automates workflows and it provides HR templates within seconds. Honestly, some managers who ignored HR policies for years have suddenly become HR experts after spending 20 minutes on ChatGPT. And for SMEs especially, AI tools can genuinely improve accessibility to HR support. So this is not an anti-AI conversation. I use AI. Many professionals in the HR world use AI. And the issue is not AI itself. The issue is organizations believing AI can replace human judgment entirely, because that is where things become risky. One of the biggest misunderstandings about HR is thinking HR is mainly paperwork and policies. That is the visible part. But real HR is usually much deeper than that. HR is conflict management. It is emotional intelligence. It is leadership coaching. HR does difficult conversations. HR is workplace trust. It supports organizational culture. HR is behavioral understanding. And finally, HR is human emotion. AI can write a disciplinary letter in 10 seconds, but it cannot sit in a room with a crying employee. with a defensive manager looking at all the legal risks, the workplace tension, and emotional complexity all at the same time. That requires emotional awareness, judgment, and human understanding. And that is the part many organizations underestimate. Employees are not robots, and workplaces are not controlled in a laboratory environment. What people bring are emotions, they bring stress, they bring personal challenges. They come to HR to speak about insecurities, about misunderstandings, about trauma, about their ambitions, and about their relationships. And no AI system fully understands human workplace dynamics the way experienced people professionals do. Now, I think this is where businesses need to be careful, because over-reliance on AI creates a false sense of confidence, especially when leaders start believing we do not really need HR anymore. And I have genuinely started seeing organizations say things like, we can manage HR through AI systems or Google. But managing HR is not the same as managing people effectively. AI can generate a grievance process, but it cannot properly navigate the workplace politics, the damaged trust, the emotional conflict, the cultural sensitivities, leadership inconsistencies, or the reality behind what employees are not saying. And this is where businesses can unintentionally become very transactional, because employees do not stay loyal to organizations because the AI chatbot answered quickly. They stay because they feel heard, respected, supported, trusted, and understood. And none of those things come from automation alone. And let's be honest, AI can produce policies very quickly. Whether managers actually follow those policies properly is a completely different discussion. Now, personally, I do not think AI will destroy HR. I think it will transform HR. The HR professionals who refuse to adapt to technology will struggle. But equally, organizations that remove the human side of HR completely will also struggle. Because the future is not AI versus humans. The future is humans using AI intelligently. The strongest HR teams in the future will probably combine technology, analytics, automation, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and human leadership. AI should remove the admin pressure. HR professionals can spend more time where real value exists. It is where we see people, or where it's culture, or it's leadership, or it's engagement, and organizational development. And honestly, if AI can reduce some of the admin in HR, I think most HR professionals would happily accept that, especially after sitting through meetings that probably could have been an email. At the center of every organization are still human beings. People in organizations want clarity, they want empathy, they want to be recognized, they want development, they want to have a feel of belonging, and they want to be trusted. And while AI can support communication, it cannot genuinely replace human connection. Because some conversations require compassion, they require emotional judgment, they require listening, and they require presence. You cannot automate trust, you cannot automate empathy, and you definitely cannot automate workplace culture. Culture is created by people, not by software. So thank you for listening to this week's episode of the People Podcast. I genuinely love to hear your thoughts on this topic because it is one of the biggest workplace conversations happening right now. Will AI change HR? Absolutely. Will AI improve many HR processes? Without question. But can AI completely replace the human side of HR? Personally, I do not believe it can. Because policies support businesses, but people, they build them. And the organizations that succeed in the future will be the ones that embrace technology without losing their humanity in the process. So until next time, take care, and remember, AI may understand systems, but humans understand people. Be cool, hydrate yourself, and please, please, please use the proper sunscreen.